Hi, this is Thesey of Ellis Family Farms, and we're over at our friend's place, Bill's place. He has one down here by Lake Oologah, and we have a beehive down here that Tom's going to do some split on. So we're going to put our bee suits on here in a few minutes. But I was kind of wanting to show you a little bit around, show you where the beehive is located. And we got another 3 1/4 inches of rain in the last 2 days, and so the lake is way up along with all the other rain we've had in the last couple. It seems like we're getting like 3 inches a week for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So the lakes are having trouble keeping up. But right here is where we have the hive that he's going to be doing the split on. And it's really mucky down here because we really have had some rain. But here's the edge of the lake now, and it's not usually that close at all. If you can look where the far trees are, it's usually the lake level is past that. But we really have had a lot of rain right here. Dadgum, I just saw a fish jump. And because he's down here by the lake, he generally has a beautiful garden. It's a little early for it this year, but along that fence line here, he's got blackberry bushes, and on this side of the fence you can see where a bunch of his asparagus is, and that man can grow asparagus. And over here, I don't know, these might be Brussels sprouts or cabbage or something. I don't know. The man can garden though. He's good at it. And if you look over there, that's where the lake level is up there. Usually this is all dry and there's nothing there at all. But it's been so wet. In fact, if you see where this little boat is, we heard where the last weekend some friends were out here fishing and caught 2 huge catfish out there. And that's what they were in. They were out here in this field because when the lake level comes up, the big catfish come up and go after the new worms. So it's kind of cool, but man, I really wish I was fishing.
Okay, we're going to get into this hive and check it and see if we've got enough root to make a couple of splits off of it. See what's going on with it, see if it's making any honey yet.
One of the things, I don't know if you can tell it from this distance, but because we're surrounded by water pretty much, he's got a lot of ants in the hive because they need someplace high to get the high ground, I suppose. Or you say they're mainly just on the top cover, yeah. They don't get down into the hive so much?
Bees don't let them in the hive.
Oh, that's cool. Tom was just saying that he heard that cinnamon helps this, so if I'd known that, I would have brought my cinnamon and we could sprinkle it on it. In fact, I got a thing of sprinkling cinnamon and sugar.
It's not all cat. Some of it is.
Tom was just saying that super on top is quite full. He doesn't, not sure it's capped, but it is definitely full and heavy. So that's cool.
I think I put this super on about a month ago, and we're working on it. They've got it drawn out, partially drawn, but still got a ways to go on it.
Is that for honey?
Yeah.
Okay, that second super, he was saying that's only filled out about halfway. And now he's getting down into the, what is that one called? Is that another super?
No, it's a deep box, brood box.
Oh, that's a brood box. Okay. So that's cool. He's going to see what's going to be down in there, how his queen is laying, and what's going on with that. Is that, now is that where you're going to get your splits for the other hive? Yeah. Okay. As he was about to get into that box, I saw several bees on top with their butts up in the air, so I was asking what they were doing. He said they were fanning and letting everybody else know that's where the queen is. So now they're gone back down in there because he's actually kind of getting into the box, but it's cool to watch. And he just pulled the first frame out, checking it over.
Empty on one side and got some nectar falling on the other side.
Okay, so he said it's empty on one side, because it's an outside frame. They work kind of toward the middle to the out, and so it's empty on one side and got some nectar and pollen on the inside of it. That one looks like it's kind of empty too.
More nectar.
More nectar? Oh, okay. Now, when you say nectar, is that what they're going to cap and that's going to be honey later?
Yeah, if they don't eat it right away, it'll be honey eventually.
Oh, okay.
That's got a lot of pollen and some nectar. Be a good feed frame.
Okay. This is a hive that the deeper Tom gets into it, the more aggravated they get. This is one of his more, what do you call it? Not violent, but aggressive hives.
A little bit of brood, young larvae, open larvae.
A little bit of brood and some open larvae. Now, are there more down bottom? Is that why there's not so much there?
Yeah. Got some brood in the middle.
And those are regular brood too. That's not drone brood, huh?
Yeah. Cap brood.
Oh, it's capped. Okay.
Queen's laying pretty good. It's got a nice pattern.
Cool.
I don't see the queen on here anywhere, so I may move this one over.
Okay. So he's gonna. That one is a frame. Pardon me?
Let me show it closer.
Sure, if you want to. This frame here, he says it's got some pretty good brood in it. Some of it's capped and stuff. But he says he's not seeing the queen on this one necessarily, so he's probably going to use that one as part of the split. So that'll be cool. Get him a new hive out of that one.
Open brood.
Out of open brood, okay. So you're going to leave that one in that hive?
I'm not sure yet.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of nectar and pollen in it and honey.
Oh, those got a lot of nectar.
Move it for a frame of feed.
Okay. Nectar and pollen and honey on that one, so he's going to change that on over to the other one for feed. And I'm only repeating because I think you can hear him, but I hate if you didn't hear. So if we're making you crazy about repeating, oh well. Now he's going to put the empty frames in the middle there for the ones that he took out. Oh, do you stagger them like that? I didn't know you staggered them. What made you decide to put that one in the super?
Huh?
That last frame that you picked up, what made you decide to put that one in the super?
Oh, it's got some nectar and it's a strong cone.
So it gives him something to work with too?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so he's going to try to find one more frame of brood, but he said he's going to get down the bottom box to get to it, and he'll crack that open here in a bit. All right, now he's down into the bottom box. And he's got bees all over him. What is that one thing? What is that, Burcomb? What was that?
Queen cell.
Oh, was it a queen cell? So you didn't want that?
No.
There was a queen cell, but it was empty, so he was able to take it on off without any problems. Well, that sounds stupid, but... So that means that they were preparing, but they hadn't laid anything in it yet, just in case, for swarming?
Yeah, they always have queen cups in almost all year long.
Oh, do they? It's just whenever they lay an egg in it, that's when it's about, when they're getting prepared to swarm, huh? Yeah. I see. So what are you seeing on these last 2 or 3 frames that you've pulled out?
Just nectar, no brood.
No brood? Okay. Does that mean anything specific? Okay.
May have recently sworn that the queen cell was opened up.
Oh. Okay. So Tom was saying it's possible that this hive has already swarmed recently. So we're just gonna put it back together. It looks like he's got a few frames put done anyway, so maybe he can get at least one split out of it. So it could have been a superseded and not necessarily a swarm. So are you saying maybe there's a possibility that the old queen wasn't doing its job, so they hatched a new one to take its place? Is that what you're saying?
You're asking me? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are you going to check see if there's brood in the top box? Okay, so what he's saying now is there's a possibility that there's a bunch of brood in the top box, and he's going to check that one, and that might be the reason there's not so much brood in the bottom one, but he's going to dig into it and find out. He's saying that top box is truly full of honey, so he may pull a few frames of that one and maybe harvest it. Do you need it for any of the other, for the split you're doing? You going to put a frame into the other one?
No.
Because they've got nectar in that one, huh?
Yeah, I can use it. Put on top of one of these nukes, I guess, if I need it. It's only about half capped.
Yeah, he's saying that's only about half capped. You can see where the top half of it, part of it's capped there, and the bottom of it's got nectar and stuff in it, but it's just not quite full enough to start capping yet. Pretty cool. That one looks like about half capped too, wasn't it? Maybe a little more. That's cool, because there's plenty of forage now, so maybe that's a good sign that he's going to have some good honey, a good amount of honey coming off of him. I can't remember how many frames of honey he got off of this hive last year, but I think he was a little disappointed with how much honey was actually in it. He just said that a week or two of dry weather we'll have all the honey we can handle. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but I'm sure it's going to happen eventually, I'm sure. Now he's got his, what do you call that right there? The frame spacer.
9 frame spacer.
Okay, a 9 frame spacer, so that no two frames are too close or too far apart. It looks like it's a pretty handy tool for him. It looks like he's done all he can with this hive. He's got a couple of frames where he can do a split with it, and that'll be good. I'm not sure. So you don't think there's a queen in that one? So, but you've already ordered some queens. Are you going to put one of the queens that you ordered in that one?
Back in the barn.
Yeah, back of the barn. He's got a queen that
Mated queens.
Oh, they're mated queens.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So he's got those frames, and he's got the mated queens, and he can introduce her in there, and then maybe he can have himself a good split.
We're going to put the new queen in tomorrow after we leave them queenless for 24 hours.
Oh, okay, so why do you have to leave them queenless for 24 hours? What does that do?
Lets them realize they don't have a queen. The pheromones all go away, and they'll accept the new queen better.
Oh, okay, I understand now. All right, that's cool.
Usually by now they're just really pounding me, so maybe they did need a new queen.
Yeah, probably so. He's saying that usually they are pretty, and they usually thump at me when I'm this close too, and I've only had a couple of thumps, but maybe they did need a new queen, and the new queen is a little more docile than the last one was, because this was a pretty easily agitated hive.
Okay, we finished with this hive for today. We did one split off of it. It looks like they've swarmed recently, so they got a new queen in there. It's just starting to lay. But there's a lot of bees in there, and they have the top box almost full of honey. Working on the middle box, the second super, so I think they're going to be good as soon as we get some better weather and they can start bringing in. They've got a lot of nectar in there. They just got to dry it out and make honey out of it. So we did get one split, and that's going to wrap it up for this one.